Hi guys, VVG here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another sewing plans video. Today actually I decided that I was going to make McCall's 7834, which I have actually made before. I made the full length version in two prints that I had picked up. It was a really great dress. I loved it. Everybody loved that dress. The two prints coordinated really well. But this time I thought I would make the shorter version. So I'm gonna do this version, but I'm actually gonna use the necktie from the long version. So I'm just gonna mix views together. So some combination of view D and view B because I want the shorter version. I haven't quite decided if I want to do the ruffle on A versus the two layers, right? This is one layer and then like a ruffle at the bottom. You can probably see it better here, right? So I haven't decided yet, but I do know that I am going to make it from two fabrics. I'm going to be making them from a coordinating black and white and then a gray black and white from my Mimi G fabric collection that I did with Riley Blake. So I'm going to be using these two together. So I love the black, gray, and white, and then the coordinating is the gray background with the white and black dots. I'm going to work with these together, which is going to be amazing. To make, like I said, view B, which is probably the view I'm going to go with. I, for a second, considered doing a 3-print mix with my black and white zebra, which is also in my fabric collection, because I thought, oh, that could be really, really cool, right? If I did, all 3. But that might be a lot. So I might just do the 2, which is these 2. Then I thought maybe I could do these 2. But I think I want a more subtle, look. So I'm going to go with this. So regarding the McCall 7834 pattern, because I've done it before, I've already saved myself time because I don't have to cut the pattern. Yes. But obviously I still have to cut my fabric. So I got to cut my fabric and then decide what part is going to be what. So let's go over the pattern. So obviously this is for a woven fabric, and I'm going to need some elastic and 1/2-inch buttons. So the waistband here does have a light elastic on it. I remember that from the first time that I made it. And then obviously the buttons that I'm going to need. So let me show you the pattern. Okay, so like I mentioned before, I'm gonna do the collar and the necktie from view D, but I'm going to make, you know what? I think I'm gonna make view A with the skirt and the ruffle at the bottom versus the 2 layers. I think I'm gonna do that. Definitely doing the sleeve from D. That way I can color block. So I probably will make the top gray with the sleeves gray, maybe do the collar black with the tie black, and then decide what is going to probably gray here with a black ruffle. I'm not too sure, but I'll sort of figure that out after. So it's not a whole lot of pieces, but considering that you're basically making like a button-up shirt, so you have a collar, you have a cuff, you have a collar band, etc., that could be a bit time consuming. And then let's see. So obviously we're going to start with the bodice. We're going to attach front to back, create our button placket, and then add the collar. That's usually the same sort of sequence that I use when I put it together. And then once the collar and the collar band are done, then I'll do my sleeve. Obviously do an opening for my cuff. I'm going to do my cuff in a different color, right? So I'm probably going to color block. The sleeve will be one color, the cuff will be another color. And then the ruffle. So I will say that the longest thing that took me the first time to make this was all of the gathering. So that's for a different view. And then this is for the ruffle, which I'm going to add to the bottom of my view. And that's pretty much it. You know, most of the time is going to be taken up, like I said, by gathering, because there is a whole lot of gathering no matter what view you're doing. then putting in your placement for your buttonholes, making your buttonholes, and attaching your buttons. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, most of my time is going to be taken up by doing all of that gathering, which is the only reason why I ever reconsidered doing a project like this, only because I hate gathering. But sometimes it's necessary if you want a finished dress like this. So I'm just gonna bite the bullet and go ahead and gather all of this, which is probably the first thing that I'll do so I can just get it out of the way. Then everything else will seem sort of faster. Sometimes if there's something along the pattern that I know I'm sort of dreading, I'll do it first so I can get out of the way. Like when I do tailored jackets or coats or blazers, I do the lining first and then I'll do the jacket, because otherwise I'll do the jacket and then I'll be like, oh my God, I still have to do the lining. So I just do the lining first. I sort of do that in business too. The one thing that I am looking least forward to doing, like if I have to do inventory or I have to do a proposal or the stuff that's not so fun in the business, I always knock that out first so I just can get it out of the way and then move on to the next thing on my calendar, which hopefully is something more fun like sewing. Anyway, yeah, so let me know if you've made this pattern before and if you hate gathering as much as I do. If you're new to sewing or you need a refresher, make sure and check out sewitacademy.com. Until next time, peace.